Welcome back to Left and Past, back to another video. Today I'm at Resaca Battlefield to explore the battlefield itself and tell the history as well as the timeline of the battle for you guys. And this field may look empty and just lonely today, but in May of 1864 it was the site of one of the bloodiest battles in American history where thousands of soldiers died. Now, as you can tell, this battlefield is really big and there's thousands and thousands of acres of land, but due to I-75, a lot of the land was actually cut, and I-75 is actually right there. So a lot of the actual battlefield itself is now gone due to the interstate. And before I actually do get into the video, a little fun fact: two of the major generals that fought here in this battle, General Johnson and General Sherman, actually became very good friends after the battle ended. And this right here is General Johnson, and right below him is General Sherman. But now I'm going to do a full walk around tour of the Resaca Battlefield and tell history as well as the timeline of the battle, so I hope y'all guys will enjoy. The Battle of Resaca took place from May 13th to May 15th, 1864 during the Atlanta campaign of the Civil War. It was the first major battle between Union General William Sherman and Confederate General Joseph E. Johnston, and over 100,000 troops clashed right here in these fields. Union forces were pushing south toward Atlanta, and Johnston's Confederate troops took defensive positions along the hills and rivers. Over 3 days, artillery barrages, bayonet charges, and brutal fighting led to nearly 6,000 casualties. Many soldiers were buried in mass graves, and some were never found at all. Like many Civil War battlefields, Resaca has its share of ghost stories. Visitors and historians have reported eerie sightings, unexplainable sounds, and even full-bodied apparitions of soldiers still marching in formation. Some common reports include phantom soldiers, where witnesses claim to see shadowy figures in Confederate and Union uniforms, especially near the river crossings and trenches. Distant gunfire and drums. Some visitors report hearing musket fire, cannon blast, and drum beats, only to find they're alone on the battlefield. Cold spots and whispers. Sudden drops in temperature and faint whispers have been recorded in areas where heavy casualties occurred. And lastly, the woman in white. A mysterious female figure has been seen wandering near gravesites, and some believe she's mourning a lost soldier. And whether or not you believe in ghosts, there's no denying that battlefields like Resaca carry a heavy energy. Over 150 years ago, men fought and died right where I'm standing. Now I'm going to finish the walk around of this field, but once I get to the next battlefield, I'll tell y'all the timeline of the battle. And if you've made it this far in the video, you should go ahead and subscribe and turn on post notifications because it's free, it helps me out a whole lot, and you'll never miss out on another video, so it's a win-win for the both of us. The sun rises over the rolling hills of Resaca, Georgia. Union scouts push cautiously towards the forest, eyes scanning for Confederate movements. General William T. Sherman, leading over 98,000 Union troops, knows that General Joseph E. Johnston and his 60,000 Confederates are waiting somewhere beyond the trees. And the first shots crack through the air as Union skirmishers encounter Confederate pickets. The battle has begun. By midday, both sides are exchanging artillery fire, and the air fills with the acrid smell of gunpowder. The Confederates, well fortified on the hills overlooking the Oostenaula River, hold their ground. Sherman's forces test their defenses but find them too strong. But the real battle is yet to come. At dawn, Sherman ordered a full-scale assault. Thousands of Union soldiers marched forward, rifles ready, bayonets fixed. They charged up the hills into a storm of Confederate gunfire. The sound of muskets, cannon, and battle cries fills the valley. Men fall by the hundreds. On the Confederate side, Johnston watches from his headquarters. His men fight fiercely, repelling Union attacks again and again. But there's a problem. Sherman isn't just attacking from the front. A flanking force is moving to the south, attempting to cut off the Confederate Army's escape route. And that afternoon, a breakthrough almost happens. Union troops under General James McPherson crash through a weak point in the Confederate defenses. And for a brief moment, it seems like Sherman's forces might split Johnston's army in two. But Confederate reinforcements rush in, pushing the Union soldiers back, and the battle rages on with no clear victor. The night is eerily quiet. Both sides have suffered heavy losses. Thousands of men lay dead or dying across the fields. But Sherman has one last move to play. Overnight, he sends a force across the Oostenaula River, threatening to trap Johnston's entire army. Johnston realizes the danger. If he stays, his men could be surrounded. By dawn, the decision is made. The Confederate army begins its retreat south towards Cassville. The Union army, exhausted but victorious, claims the battlefield. But Resaca was left in ruins. Smoke was still rising from burnt-out camps. The ground was littered with fallen soldiers. Some were buried in shallow graves, others in mass pits, and some were never found at all. And perhaps that's why some say their spirits still remain. And the battle ended with around 6,000 casualties, 2,800 Union and 2,700 Confederate. But now I'm going to walk through the rest of Resaca Battlefield and show the different historical markers and the grounds. And here are some cutout cannons made of metal. I think these are pretty cool. Obviously, it doesn't replace a real cannon that many battlefields have on various areas through the battlefield. But I think these are an awesome replacer for a regular cannon. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it, but way in that field over there is a huge tree stump. Just by looking at how big that tree stump is, I can already tell that the tree is probably well over 120, maybe even 150 years old, if not more. But that tree stump is humongous. And here at Resaca, they do have a lot of trails that you can walk on. And here is a few of the trail maps. They also have this sign giving some more information about the Battle of Resaca. And all of the divisions that fought here. It looks like these are signs for kids, I'm guessing giving information that is a little bit easier to understand. As well as this one. I think that's very, very interesting. I think more battlefields and historic sites should have that to make it more intriguing for children to come and learn about our past and the wars and civil wars and things like that. I think that would intrigue more kids to become history enthusiasts like I am, because it would be easier for them to understand. So I think that would be really, really, really awesome for more historic sites to have signs for kids. Very interesting, something I've never seen before. And this is talking about the Resaca Confederate Cemetery. I've done multiple videos at Resaca Confederate Cemetery that I'll link in a card above if you haven't seen those. And I'll also pop up a little clip right now at Resaca Confederate Cemetery. And this is one of the trails right here. As long as this one, or as well as this one. I'm not positive if this is a loop trail that goes in a circle. I've actually never been to Resaca before. I've just been to the cemetery, the Confederate Cemetery, but never the actual battlefield. So I'm not positive if this loops around. But very, very interesting. Seems to be 0.7 of a mile. And here is some more information about the Battle of Resaca, as well as another trail map. Then right over there on the left is a bridge that you can actually walk across. And it leads to the Blue Trail. And because a lot of this battlefield is on low ground, it is very flooded by water. And it's very, very easy to become flooded. As you've already seen, a lot of the fields that I've already walked in are very, very flooded. And it looks like a little creek is running through right here. That's really cool. There is multiple creeks and streams that I've seen running through here. So that's really neat to see. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. That's a cutout soldier. Oh gosh. So it seems like this trail leads way back there. It's pretty neat. Come over here and see the soldier that scared the crap out of me. I think that's awesome. It's metal. A lot of the battlefields that I've been to, since it's Chickamauga, they don't have things like that. So I think that's really cool. But like Chickamauga, they do have a lot of rock monuments. It seems like Resaca, they have more of the sign monuments. I haven't seen a rock monument, but I believe Resaca is one of the smaller battlefields. It is still massive. I believe I read that 56,000 acres of land was saved after they put in the interstate. There's another soldier down there, if you see. Try to zoom in. I think that's awesome. I believe that is just replicating a soldier standing guard. It would be very, very awesome if they had a lot of the cutout soldiers like that, but like in a line, kind of seeming like they're marching or going towards another army. I think that would be really cool. That's very, very neat. I've never seen cutout soldiers like that. And here at the end of the battlefield, they have this pavilion. I believe it's where the bathrooms are, or as well as picnic tables that you can come and eat lunch or just have a little picnic. And there's some more information. But yeah, the restrooms are right there if you ever come here and need to use the bathroom. And then just some more information. Okay, so we all for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. Also, subscribe down below and turn to post notifications so you never miss out on another video. Also helps me out a whole lot, so it's a win-win for the both of us. But I hope you all enjoyed all the history as well as the timeline of the battle I was able to share for you guys, because I definitely enjoyed telling it for you guys. Said that 2 times in a row. It's okay. But before I do end this video, whenever you first pull into the battlefield off this entrance right here, there is zombie stakes all around it. Zombie stakes right there as well. And on that side. But yeah, with all that said, I hope you have a great day with this adventure as left in the past.